Welcome to the channel. This is a quick video regarding pickleball and wearing eye protection. So this is kind of triggered by something that's happened recently in that the group of people that I'm playing with, there was someone that got hit in the face with a pickleball. Now, luckily no long-term damage or anything like that. However, they did get hit in the face, which kind of um, pushed people talking about wearing eye protection. So that's what this video is going to be about. So just myself starting out. I've always worn eye protection when I'm playing sports in most cases. Grew up playing hockey in Canada. That was quite a while ago. So at that point, there was no requirement for face masks or anything like that. That came along later, but I was one of the first people in my area to attach a plastic protective visor to my helmet. And after that, there was a lot more people started doing it after somebody sort of started it. So after hockey, I played racquetball and squash. Racquetball, they required you to wear eye protection to play at the club that I was playing at, and squash, it was kind of hit and miss. Some places you had to, some places you didn't. Now it's an absolute requirement, especially for junior players. And if you play double squash, you can't get on the court without protective eyewear. Um, Basically, the original eyewear for squash was like a frame of glass or pair of glasses with no lenses in them. And they thought that that would protect you, but they found that when the squash ball was struck, it would go from a sphere to sort of more of a long elongated thing, which could actually go into the spaces between the two pieces of the frames. So what's that got to do with pickleball? Well, again, this is especially in the nature of pickleball, in the fact that you're typically at some point in the game will be up at the kitchen line, and you're really not that far away from the other team. I think the kitchen's like, I don't know how deep it is, but you're not very far away from the other team. So if somebody smacks a ball at your face, and it seems to be that people are getting more and more aggressive at attacking even dink shots in the kitchen and whacking them hard, then there's the potential for injury goes up. So what are your options? Well, if you're somebody that has normal sight, doesn't need glasses, doesn't need, or if you're wearing contacts. So for somebody who is um, doesn't need glasses or contacts, then you can just buy, to me, you can buy a squash goggles. Their squashes always had eye protection, and they've been around for a long time. They typically have a strap at the back, and they're clear lenses. Again, it's good for somebody who doesn't need glasses, or if you're wearing contacts. So this is a typical squash glass. You can get it from anybody that sells squash supplies. The one recommendation I would tell you is that if you're going to buy some kind of eye protection, buy something that is certified. So there's a couple of standards. This is one standard. It's basically a standard specific for eye protectors for racquetball. It's racquetball, squash, tennis. This is an old enough standard that probably pickleball wasn't even thought of at that time, but you could throw pickleball in there. And the specification covers eye protectors designed for use by players of racket sports, racquetball, squash, tennis, that minimize or significantly reduce injury to the eye and adnexia, not sure what that is, due to impact and penetration by racket sports, rackets, and balls. It only really covers your eyes. But if you're going to buy a pair of squash goggles, they usually will have it on the box or in the advertisement. Um, but I would recommend one that is certified because it's been tested and promises to uh, stop a ball that hits the glasses. Okay, So that's good. If we go back here. So what do you do if you're like me? You have glasses. You need glasses to play. I can't. If I take my glasses off and try to play pickleball, I can't see squat. So the option that I first went with is this, which are, I'll bring it back over here. These are prescription squash, well, goggles for protecting your eyes. I got them from my optometrist when I was getting my new glasses. So you can see that they have fairly heavy sides on them. You could touch the one towards the camera. That give you some protection from rackets itself. It's got a good solid piece of plastic around the lens, and then the lens itself is um, protection. On the inside, you can see that there's rubber over the nose to make them more comfortable, and there's a little bit of rubber here that again protects you from impact, that if your glasses get pushed towards your face, there is some rubber there to protect you. So these wear, and you can kind of see through them, but these are prescription. So I could take these glasses off and I could walk around with these if I really wanted to look like a dork all day long. But they definitely are beneficial when playing pickleball. So I can play pickleball just fine. The only thing I would say against these, because they do go up against your face pretty tight, they do fog up a bit. Between matches, I have to take them off because they will fog up when I'm standing around waiting for the next game. These did come with some small, I don't have one handy, but they came with some small wipes on them that you can put on. They're supposed to have an anti-fogging agent. So you wipe this stuff on, and then you get a soft cloth, like I get from the lenses, and then you can polish them and use them. And they're fine. They're just great. That's one option. It's an expensive option because these cost me roughly $211. It would have been closer to $300 if I wasn't buying a pair of glasses already, because I got 2 frames for $75 or something like that, or I got 50% off these frames because was buying another glasses. So it probably would be around $300 for these, but I think it's well worth it. Okay, so then what else? You don't want to spend that much money. There is a second option, which is these are, can I see that? Overguards light. They're Black Knights, and you can see the price is $35. So these are glasses that are meant to go over your glasses, and I just will demonstrate. All I have to do is, if I wasn't wearing a headset, it'd be a lot easier, but you just put them on. There, take off the headset for a second. There. So that covers your face. It gives you protection here at the side. You got a good frame. It's clear. These actually don't fog up hardly at all. I have seen them fog up a little bit, but compared to the prescriptions, they rarely fog up. And I think it's because you have your glasses underneath, and there's a distance between the glasses and the over guards. So one of the big things with these, as I mentioned with the squash glasses, if I can get it, so it actually meets or exceeds the ASTM standard F803-97. And if you look that up, it's basically a standard for eye protection for sports. Not specifically racket sports. There's actually they've brought in a new standard that is for racket sports, but this is for lacrosse and tennis and everything else. So if you're going to buy something, make sure you have something like this that exceeds this standard. There, maybe is that easier to read? Not sure. But they come in this clear case. You get, there is a strap here at the back that goes on both of the arms, and that keeps it on your head. I never have trouble with them falling off, and you get a little bag that you can use to wipe it. But these are fine. they will protect you. And this is, I do wear the prescriptions, but sometimes if I always keep one of these in my pickleball bag, whereas the prescription lenses, um, they're not always in. But these will protect you, and I would highly recommend them. Again, get one that says that it meets the standards or exceeds it. And these, again, this is from probably any company that sells squash supplies will sell something like this. So I would definitely recommend this. And then a third option is something that I used to have when I played squash. They're called eye mask, and you can see here there's a little Google or YouTube video if you want to go look it up, eye dash mask actually. And you can see here that the gentleman in this picture, oh, you can't see it because I didn't drag it in front. Let me drag it in front. There. You can see that he's actually wearing squash glasses underneath this shield. So you have this shield, and then it comes with a headband with a sweat band that you can change on top of it. And it's quite simple to put it over top, and it does protect your face. It does give you more, there's more distance between your face and the edge of the shield. But not enough that a pickleball would get in there. I don't know how you'd have to be looking straight up at the ceiling to be able to have a pickleball try to get underneath. You maybe could get a racket, but again, he's showing these in his hand are a basic squash glasses, and he can put them underneath this eye mask. So I used to use this when I was playing squash many, many moons ago. It was a gentleman that was a squash player in Australia that came up with them. You can buy them in the US or Canada just by going directly to their site. I did find Squash Canada, and Canada actually sold them, and they sold them a lot cheaper than the iMask website. But this is another option. He's playing squash, obviously, so he's showing, and there's the top part of it with a velcroed sweatband that you can pull off and change, and then you just hook the plastic high impact plastic visor to this headband, and it's got straps to go around your head. You'd need straps for this. It won't stay on otherwise, but yeah, I think that they're good. I believe they're also meet the requirements for those standards, but you might want to check before you buy them. But that's your third option. So if you buy them directly from iMask, they're about $100. So if you look at what I've suggested in the um, three options, of course, a prescription pair of eye protectors will be the most expensive, and then these over guards are the cheapest, and then the eye mask is in the middle. But I would recommend to people going forward that you start seriously considering about wearing some kind of eye protection for pickleball. I think it will only take somebody getting injured, and you'll see the sport start mandating eye protection, especially for little kids. If it's a younger person that gets hurt, you'll see that that's what they'll want to do. Um, okay, so that's it. I would recommend eye protection. I've started playing always having eye protection. I have played with my glasses on, but they're not shatterproof glasses, and they're not made to take an impact. So I went with this. Uh, I've again, like I said, I bought the prescriptions, and then I bought these as well, just as sort of a backup. So if I forget the prescriptions sometime, I can always have I have these in my pickleball bag, and I can slam them over top of my glasses. I would say it does not interfere with your vision. I think they're fine. Um, so if you're worrying about that, these over glasses don't impact your vision as far as I'm concerned. Um, some people say that it might cut down on your peripheral vision. I don't find it that way. So if you want to think about protection, then I would think about using something like this. Okay, thank you.